team has Michael Jordan, best player on the team. Jordan Clarkson, Trevor Ariza, Courtney Lee, Louis Scola, Seth Curry, Nick Young, John Jenkins, one of my favorite players that's underrated, Rashard Vaughn, Tito Turkoglu, Anthony Brown, Baker Summerlee, who plays for them, and Ricky Lito from Nevada, Big One. All these great, all these low rates. Dude, we lost our first game, got blown out. I was like literally half asleep when I played that, so.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Have a better game. He had an alright game.
That's right. It's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Okay, so Clarkson, that's a big guy right there. Jordan Clarkson's a fucking beast when he starts shooting and making everything. So, take Vince Carter out, Turkoglu for Ariza, Scott, Ariza. We don't have a lot of centers. We only have maybe 2 centers minimum, but they're not really centers. They're like power forwards or something else. Ooh, that's a stacked team right there. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of God's
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this season. Last season they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Kings, they've got Young. Clarkson is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Brown in at the small forward. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Outside Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Adams. Fareed. And that one's good.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
It always seems to settle you down when you have some early success in the post.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Jordan can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. That's good. Fareed's got his second basket of the night.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Here's Jordan. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Size, man. Size. We have no size. It's like we're playing with all fucking point guards and shit.
Ariza against Adams. Fareed outside. Outside Korver. Back to Fareed. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 4 on the shot clock. That shot wide open. Adams has got 5 now. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
Now here's Westbrook to the middle. Here's Fareed. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Ariza against Adams. Brown dishes to Ariza. Unloads. Sacramento again missing.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here's San Antonio. They're on a 13-4 run. Ahead, here's
and that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And the dunk by Fareed.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
The drive by Jordan. Shot's good. Jordan's got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Westbrook kicks to Korver.
I don't care how low rated they are, but
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Fareed with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. That's 10 points for Kenneth Fareed. The Kings trail by 9. Clarkson passes to Young. No good from outside.
The fuck open.
Now here's Korver. He's covered by Clarkson. Outside Korver. Here's Westbrook. Dang for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 9. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
Jared Bayless is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Johnson. Then there's Davis. And it's Baines in at the center position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here is Bayless after Luis Scola's score to the middle. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Here's Baines, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
Here's Davis, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Sacramento making some changes. Turkoglu comes in for Young, and it's Vaughn in for Jordan. To the wing on the left. Turkoglu against Davis. They set the pick. Screen by Scola. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Curry's got his first basket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Scola. Iman Shumpert unable to get his last shot to go. No good from Turkoglu.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Here's Curry. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that it was going to be in their best interest.
Some changes for Sacramento. Carter, he's checked in for Scola. Young comes in for Turkoglu. And it's Jenkins in for Curry.
Yeah, I know.
Crosswalks and make sure everybody's completely stopped before you do anything, okay?
I know.
I'm serious.
And Shumpert kicks to Bayless. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. And the Kings last year able to get George Karl to lead the team. A good hire for them. This team did decent under him back in the last half of the season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of work to do, but he can certainly make... Look at that! Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And slam dunk by Shumpert.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And now a look at Jared Bayless and some stats on him. Some last season stats for him. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And those numbers solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Luol Deng is checked in for Aaron Baines, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jared Bayless. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Kenneth Faried comes in for Joe Johnson, and it's Korver in for Shumpert. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list.
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Come on, Nick.
Again, Young missing.
Three, dude.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Jenkins dishes to Carter.
On,
There's
Carter.
the three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside Westbrook. On the wing, Korver fires it up. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And the best three-pointer
Westbrook's
right
got
there.
5 assists tonight. So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to Dallas.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Lead.
Why the fuck?
And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so we wrap up the first.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with...
You slow
It's the
motherfucker.
2K Sports halftime
I would have had
show.
a fucking wide open three. Ridiculous. Wow.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. What a start for Kenneth Faried. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played? And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Some really terrific numbers for Faried. He's got 10 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well. Also, just battling hard on every possession.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Jordan is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's Brown. And it's Ariza in at the 5 spot. First free throw is good. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Jordan. And for the Spurs, the shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. And it's Korver off the drive. Dang passes to Faried. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Adams' shot is good.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
They're very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The pass to Westbrook. Fires from the corner. Rebounded by Clarkson. The Kings trail by 10. Young outside. Three-pointer. And that one's
There
good.
you go, Nick.
Young's got his first 3 points of the game.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team. It's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Fareed. Got Shumpert in there for Kyle Korver. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Sacramento. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. They set the pick. Pass to Dang. And it's blocked by Brown. Jordan kicks to Ariza. Here's Clarkson, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Luol Deng. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
No good from Jordan. Spurs leading by 8. And Jared Bayless, the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. Bayless has got his second bucket of the night.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook. And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006. And since